Once, there were 7. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. Today, we're going to talk about Professor X once again. We're in match number 4 out of 9 of this season, and I'm undefeated so far. We're in a significantly tougher group, and we're in KYBER 1. We're back. We're back, baby. So, what do we got going on? Okay, we got... Jeez. It's been a few days since I've done this, since I built this video. I haven't had time to record it, but now I remember. It just feels hopeless sometimes going into a match like this. 11.4 versus 12.9. They're beating me on every single aspect here, except for Gear 12 and I guess Gear 11 as well. And, I mean, yeah, they're just beating us on every level. It's ugly. Vital characters. They do have the lover boys, as they've been known to be called. They also have the Lord Vader versus mine, which I don't have. So that's not great. Relics, obviously, they're beating us. They're beating the pants off of us, if you will. Some of you are probably more enthusiastic about that prospect than I would be comfortable with. Mods, I'm beating him on the very top end mods, which that happens fairly commonly. For some reason, I put a higher emphasis on the really fast ones, and everyone else just wants, I mean, that's a lot of plus 20s, guys. A lot more than I have. But I am beating them on the high end offense mods as well, so I think I'm doing something right. And you can tell that, and this isn't shade on my opponent, you can tell that they've spent a lot of money on this game because of how many 6-dot mods they have. That's always, if the number one thing, if I think someone spends a lot on this game, other than having the new characters that no one else has, that's the number one tell, is how many 6-dot mods do they have. And they have a lot. They have 1,400. That's more than my main account by a pretty significant margin. Datacrons, they're beating the pants off of me again. Stop being so excited, folks, because I'm not. Yeah, they're beating me. Lots of rerolls. It's a little discouraging because this account especially advances mostly through having some kind of combination of mod and Datacron, not to mention good team composition advantage. So let's see. As far as my defense, I did change it a little bit. How did I change it? I don't remember. Let's see. I added Treya to the front zone. I also added Inquisition to the front zone, so we don't have any Galactic Legends in the front. In the back, we only have 3 Galactic Legends, so I'm keeping 4 for the first time in a very long time on this account. 4 instead of 3, but I think that this actually strengthens my defense, a little bit at least. And then I added those Gungans with Nest, just because I figured they would be better, at least slightly better than the Ewoks. They would at least command more respect and maybe draw out a few, a trickier, better team, I suppose. And then, so my opponent's defenses, they put a really good defense down, actually, guys. On the bottom, so we have to kill the Loverboy squad, with Pad, or whatever her name is, Queen Amidala. They have General Skywalker, Qui-Gon team, and that Rey squad. Up top, they have Jabba and Leia, so, and Inquisition. It's this little sketch. Let's get to the fighting, though, folks. Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know why I started playing, but the first thing we gotta do, folks, is use Bane to kill the Queen. And here's a really interesting thing, folks. They have Clone Wars Chewie here, who is Galactic Republic, and that's great. The problem is, with Queen Amidala, she needs them. There's a whole thing there to keep her from having Cat on her team. They don't want Cat on there. What's the unique thing about Cat? Cat is a scoundrel, so they have a scoundrel clause in the Queen Amidala kit that says you can't pre-taunt with a scoundrel on your team, and they meant cat, is what they intended. But what happened here was, my opponent found the only other Galactic Republic scoundrel in the whole game, and put him on their team. So, no starting taunt, which makes this team very possible. Like, you could beat this team with... You could beat this team with, like, Traya at this point, probably, and it would be significantly easier. Not that I have Traya available, but this is... And to be clear, guys, this is something that I realized afterward. I didn't even recognize this as a, like, potential failure point for them or anything. I went in, I was like, oh, where's the taunt? Like, she just hasn't taunted yet. And my Bane keeps almost dying, which is pretty terrifying. But we gotta do this because I only have one other team that could possibly beat this squad. We need to make sure. Okay, so we got 75. Wonderful start. Now we've got Rey that we have to beat, and we're gonna use our Cere Malicos team. We have Maul. And Maul just doesn't really have a home right now other than Cere Malicos, so even though I did a really cool thing, I'm probably going to try to make a video out of it eventually from my main account as well. My main account got to do some really crazy stuff this round. I would have... Yeah, this was a really good round for me in general, in my opinion. Just in terms of good as in really good opponents doing really interesting things. But anyways... We're just going around here. I mean, this is, you guys have seen me do this 1,000 times, and if you want to come watch me live to pick them apart and I'm explaining what I'm doing as I'm going along, please feel free, guys. Go follow me on Twitch. It's links found in the video description. You can see me do this live and discussing it as we're figuring it out. You know, as time is progressing now. What's his name? Ben is in stealth right now because he was the VIP. So we have to trigger the rock throwing ability, and then we threw the rocks, killed Ben, and then the follow-up attacks killed Rey. So not the best banners there, but we did okay. And then okay, so we have, this is a precaution that sometimes I kick myself over because armor can really help sometimes, but I've been putting armor with my Sith Eternal Emperor on this account because I don't know if you remember me talking about this, but my Sith Eternal Emperor only has 3 Zetas, and so he's not healing himself with his big shot, and so you know, he's not causing everyone to taunt or have, I guess he does give retribution out, but there's a lot of things that he's just kind of missing. It's kind of like your cousin Jerry, you know, Jerry, how you're just like, oh, yeah, there's something different about that guy, he's missing something. Like, I prefer not to spend time with that guy. That's kind of what's going on with Emperor Palpatine. I mean, say the Eternal Emperor, whatever. And the goal here, of course, is to stay in his floaty form. You don't want him to... You don't want him to go... like, sometimes you have to, depending on what Cron they have. And I think at some point I check the Cron just to see if they have the damage reduction. I think they do, but for whatever reason, these clones are easy to kill. Because you got to be able to switch gears here, though. This is really important, because I've seen a few different people time out to General Skywalker teams because the Skywalker teams had really good mods, they had really good relics, and Sith Eternal Emperor could not chew through them. This opponent, I don't know what the difference is, but it ended up working out for me. It might be because I'm fancy. That's probably the best explanation. Now, I had just, with my main account, failed against this exact team comp with Imperial Remnant. Imperial Remnant were not going to work here because Kenobi here offers an extra taunt, which just makes it infuriating. And then you have to kill Qui-Gon twice, which sounds really easy, but with 2 different really good taunters, it's very tough. So you gotta kill Anakin first, and then whoever else is next. I mean, it's fine. I'm using a bunch of misfits, though, too, guys. You should note, I'm using the 4 most expendable Jedi. Oh, the 3 most expendable Jedi. Goodbye, Ezra. You won't be missed. Oh, wait, you're worth the banner. Get back up. Get back over here. Jolie, get him back over here. Make Ezra come back. Ah, there he is. Good lad. You were missed. So, anyways, we've got... We've just, I mean, you can kill the other characters on Qui-Gon's team while you have a Galactic Legend on. And, so that's what we're doing. Actually, my defense, I think, was it this account? It was one of the accounts. I actually got a hold with my Qui-Gon team against Sith Eternal Emperor. Just recently, this last week. And it's because the Eternal Emperor just doesn't realize how hard those Jedi can hit. Alright, we got through that front zone. Thank goodness. And what do we got in the back here? No Galactic Legends. We got Trench, and there is that Fin Zori with Holdo there. And then, of course, Dash. But, okay, so let's go up top. We've got our Leia counter here with GG STAP. And this is a pretty high percentage win. The way you reduce that win percentage is you either put Rolo as the lead, and you need like a high-ish relic Rolo, like well modded and everything, or you add Captain Rex, and Captain Rex reduces the win rate by about, I don't know, 10%. It's still a pretty high win rate. It's still like in the 80s, but if you don't have that, like there's just no recourse, like there's no way for them to really get anything going. I'm just reducing their turn meter, I'm reducing their life, I'm reducing their health life expectancy. It's or their expectation of health for that matter. Health expectancy is an awkward way to frame it, but it's not inaccurate, folks. So kill Adrad and then kill Jin. Did you know the first time I went up against an Adrad team, I thought it was vice versa. I thought that you couldn't kill Adrad until you killed Jin, so I went all in on Jin and I lost the fight, and I lost the whole match because of it. It's a true story. It's on my channel somewhere. No idea which battle it was, so good luck. Go binge watch me, I guess, on my old GAC videos back in the Adrad days. You could probably figure it out, actually. First time I ever faced Adrad. Okay, so we're facing Inquisition here with Malgus and Malek. Malek's not doing great, but we do want to do the Force Drain, even though we had healing immunity. That's fine. We really want to be able to keep Malek alive. That would be nice. Kill Grand Inquisitor fairly early on. It's nice that they were hitting Malek so often, and they just kept critting him. They were like, hey, do you guys want to just not take a turn next time due to fear? And everyone was like, yeah. You'll note that I keep targeting with my big attack with Marauder. I keep attacking Reva because it's a non-resistible effect of reducing, and this works on Galactic Legends too, it reduces their max health by 15%, which is really nice because Reva really makes Malgus struggle to do this one shot. Even if he's Relic 9, Reva is right at that level if she's modded correctly, which I didn't look to see if my opponent was modded correctly because I have a dunk in the form of Marauder. Marauder's able to, reduce that max health. Like, we've already reduced her max health by 30% at least since I've been talking about it. Pretty good stuff. So, anyways, at this point, yeah, they didn't even have the level. I don't think they had the good level 6 here. Maybe, I don't remember now. My luck just now was too brief to be able to tell, but anyways. We gotta heal a little bit, and let's just go, man. There we go. Oh, one more. Reduce her max health out of spite, shall we? Get her. Destroy it! 65 banners. Not too bad, folks. Not too bad at all. Now we do the thing that I just made a video for, how to kill a Jabba team with Starkiller. And we're just going to do the same thing. As always, we do have Kenobi on our team right now, just because of the weirdness of having the Jedi Master Kenobi plus, what's his name? Jedi Master Kenobi plus Padme. It's not his name, I guess, but Anyways, we're trying to get shock on everyone. Boba's resistive to our attempts here, apparently. He's kind of just being a bag of dicks, if you ask me. So he was like modded with tenacity or something. Fairly rude. Alright, so he's gone. And we're kind of now, we're in the Star Killer stage already. Usually I try to draw it out a little bit, but we couldn't get the shock on Boba. Because we had killed him, and that got rid of his tenacity down, and then he must have just been modded with a lot of tenacity or something. Because my Palp has decent potency, not amazing. Okay, so let's just bring the Star Destroyer now, so we can kill Embo, get wasn't that impressive, but you know, in my mind I was like, yeah, let's get a good start on Chrysantin, and Chrysantin's like, I took about 1/10 of my protection down, so good job. He said that all in Shriwook or Shriwook, whatever his wooking sounds were. He took a wook. It was in a book, reading Rainbow. So let's just keep going, man. Let's take him out, please. Please take him out. Anytime now. There we go. Now we can kill the pile of flesh that is Jabba. Let's get him. Let's get him. Oh, somehow Chrysantin returned. It's also disappointing, folks. Chrysantin, Relic 9 with an Omicron is just so thick. He's more of a pile of flesh than the old slug face is. Slughorn. But I'll tell you what, this has been a really handy counter lately, guys, because we needed something for Starkiller to do, some meaningful purpose for him. Killing Jabba, not too bad. Not too bad of a purpose, in my opinion. Now, we did have the luxury at this point of using my Kenobi team to kill this squad, because we didn't have a Kenobi to kill. So the idea here, you see all the blue effects for those of you who are watching this after the trauma of this season has occurred. You have to hurt each person's health a little bit, just a tiny bit, and there's a few different teams that it'll work on, but as long as you can get a little bit of health down on them, then the blue effect goes away, and you have to get the blue effect to go away on all of them in order for you to be able to kill any of them. And that includes annihilates, that includes anything. Like the Jabba dies to this. It's just a whole mess. So the way Kenobi works is once he pops his ult, then he dispels stealth when it's his turn, I believe. So it would also work if we had Mace. I think Mace is on defense somewhere. So anyways, we got Zori while she was out of stealth, and now we're just waiting. My plan had been to do the big hit to kill Hondo or Holdo. Hondo can be really tough to kill in this circumstance as well. So I was going to, and sometimes you just can't get it past her bonus protection. So I was gonna do the kill shot with Cat on Holdo to get her into, she would go down to 1 health. It wouldn't kill her, but it would take her down to 1 health, in which case it would get rid of the effect. But apparently that wasn't necessary this time, so we were able to just one-shot Zori, because why wouldn't we? And yeah, let's get going here, folks. Remember, this is a really tough, really strong account here. They have datacrons on everything. They have all the stuff, and way more relics than us. I'm just making it look easy, man. That's all it is. So we have Jedi here, and we have a Jedi Cron that allows no revives, which is such a nice tool against a Dash team that relies on revives from Vandor Chewie. So if we can just kill Dash, we're good to go, man. So the idea here is, we saved our good Jedi, the non-dreg Jedi, for a fight like this, where we can just have Jedi Cal eventually kill Hondo. I guess I wanted to try killing him the old school way. But one thing to note as well, guys, is Nest can really mess with your ability to kill this team if you have like a CLS squad. So, but with Revan lead, you can melt Nest, which you guys are gonna see. I want to prepare you to see it though. So when they have bonus protection, it has to be bonus protection, not protection up. They're two different things. When you have bonus protection, then every time you do a basic to her with any character, it's part of his leadership, with any character, then she loses, I forget what percentage of her max health. And so eventually she stops gaining as much bonus protection. So then you're able to, even as she hasn't taken a turn for a long time, she eventually loses all of the protection that she had, the bonus protection, and she gains so little of it that you can kind of just melt her over time. So you can see we're not doing any damage to her really. I mean, some, I guess some, but you can see like her bonus protection is super high right now. Typically you have to wait till she takes another turn. Yeah, I just wanted to boost Kyle Katarn there. And we're just trying to get her like she's already, look at her health. You can see her health like start to block up because her max health was just close to 0. Really fun stuff. You could also kill her with Jedi Cal with a riposte, like a call to assist with him, and then he would riposte, but either way, it works. Now, here was something I wanted to throw in the jar. Like, when I was a kid, I collected a bunch of insects, like scorpions and like black widows and all kinds of stuff, and we'd throw them in the jar with each other, and really, invariably what ended up happening was the scorpion killed all of them. Like, the spider would see the scorpion, and it would just, like, you would just imagine it, like, squealed in terror, and then just ran around, like, literally ran around the bottom of the jar, until the scorpion just, like, kind of watched it and tracked it, until eventually, inevitably, it just, like, grabbed the spider and stung it. It was really cool stuff. My sister's still traumatized by it because we had it like on the kitchen counter. Probably not the nicest thing, but you grow up in Wyoming, you have to make allowances for certain things. That being said, I wanted to throw Bo-Katan in the jar with Saw Gerrera. I just thought it would be cool. Let's see how this works, and I was pretty sure Bo-Katan would be fine, but I wasn't sure. I'd never really seen it. I think they have the Omicron on Baze, or not on. I said Baze because I was looking at him, but on Saw. No, I did the Whistling Birds on Chase or Turret just because he can heal so much. I just wanted him to, I don't know, die, I guess. Yeah, Relic 6 on Saw Gerrera, but with an Omicron. So, pretty good stuff. 64, not too bad. They had some good fight to them. The Saw team with Luthen is going to be a problem, guys. I don't think it's going to be a world beater, but I think it's going to be a lot more of a problem than people are giving it credit for. Now, this is maybe the silliest fight of them all, because I kept Leia this time around because my opponent doesn't have good geos, but I mean, I'm doing it by week by week, so I was like, all right, there are people in this group who have gun. Did I say geos? It's probably because I was looking at geos that have guns in the squad or on their roster. So we're saving Leia to kill guns, basically. Like that's the long and the short of it. And this opponent, I'll be honest, guys. If you have a decent trench team and you like the whole team is relic and stuff, I would just recommend not being so cowardly as to withhold Watt from them. All right, I just not to. I know, gosh, that was like really rude of me to call my opponent cowardly, but it's true. Like, just put Watt with the damn team. It's way better, like 1,000 times better. I don't think it would have saved him against Leia, but damn, dude. It like caused there was just no issue. So, all right, cool. They don't have Leviathan on defense. Wonderful. We can cakewalk through here. We got a perfect score on squad. Well, maybe not perfect, but like clean one-shots for the most part, and all we have to do is kill this fairly simple ship defense, and we're gonna hang a really great score on my opponent, who we have no business doing, especially because they placed how many GLs? Like 20 or so, I'm sure. Anyway, so this is a counter that I feel like a lot of people are surprised when I run this. You use the same. That's one of the nice things about the Chimera is it counters Negotiator at the same rate as at the same rate as it does against Leviathan. Well, I mean, even better, it's the same team, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. The rate doesn't, like, I think this is a way higher win rate, actually. But the idea here is the only difference in your strategy needs to be you bring in TIE Interceptor first so that you can kill Anakin. Once you kill Anakin, like, he's the Anakin killing specialist. Defender's great. I love Defender, but Defender is a great second reinforcement. And I guess let's get Shuttle in just to heal up a little bit. Get the stun on the stupid Y-Wing. Get the hit. Nice. Alright. Cool. So 67. I mean, not the best banners there, but we got the one shot. And, okay, so now that we could use Finalizer here, but I decided I didn't want to. I wanted to use Profundity because then we have Negotiator to kill Malevolence, which I am 100% win rate with, and you typically get like a 76, which is 3 over your total banner score, like your soft max banner score, so not too bad. And so this is pretty easy though. You have to kill Xanadu Blood first. You guys know this counter by now, right? I mean, I hope you do. If you don't have Profundity, then it won't matter to you, but if you do have Profundity, you know this counter. And this is such a reliable, nice counter, but people are placing this team so that you can't use Negotiator on the other version of the team, the triple tank team, which I guess is fine. I mean, you use Profundity here, and we're good to go. People have been placing not Leviathan on defense lately, and I love it. Okay, 76, wonderful. That's 3 over max. And now, guys, I've never failed this attack before in my life. I've done it, I don't know, 2 or 3 times most GAC matches. And so I say this because, okay, so I messed up there a little bit. I don't know. I should have targeted Sunfac today. We didn't get target lock on anyone except for the Hyena Bomber, and I could have gotten the twofer on, well, 2 hits on Sunfac, but I've never lost Y-Wing there, ever. And like we're just not causing enough damage, but we killed all the characters we needed up. Like, we almost killed the fighter. And but then Spy came in, and we're totally out of sorts, guys. I am absolutely out of sorts. So do the mass assist. Almost got the 3 for there for fun. Of course, that just spawns more of them because it gives Malevolence turn meter and stuff. But yeah, we are just all the way. Like, there's no returning from this, guys. We don't have reinforcements because you don't need them, and I've never lost that, never in my life until then. And I mean, it's just RNG. Plus, I did miss one thing. I don't know if it would have saved me though. That's why I was just kind of non-coherent when I was mumbling about it, guys. I apologize a little bit, but really, like, I'm just trying to figure out what I did wrong and if it was preventable. And like, watching this now, I kind of think it wasn't that preventable. I think if it just got better RNG. But anyways, we got a decent cleanup there. So really disappointing final score there because, and you can see I'm pointing at it for the stream. It could have easily, guys, been like an 18-38, or even, you know, if we had gotten the good score, like we could have gotten an 18-41 there. So obviously I'm at risk. My opponent could come in, and I mean they kept a decent amount for offense, And let me show you what the final results are here, folks. Let's see, I think I loaded them up, right? Yeah. Woohoo! Okay, so they attacked and killed one of my team. I guess we can see. And then that was it. Oh, I'm blocking it, but they just one-shot it. You can see the score. You know, they dropped 2 on it, but they beat my General Skywalker team, and then they just didn't attack after that. My guess is that they didn't want to have to get that good of a score. They didn't want that pressure and stress of dealing with this good of a score. I looked at their history, and they haven't full cleared for a long time. I get the sense that they typically are... They're like, okay, I'm going to focus on other parts of the game, and then in GAC, when there's a really, really winnable one, I'll just jump in and do a few attacks and win. Like, but things that are going to take a long time, and you have to do a full attack phase, and you still might lose, they're just thrown in the towel, which I think that's a very wise and vital strategy for people who don't just live and breathe GAC the way I do. So, you know, there's no shade on them. They didn't attack. Kind of disappointing in a way, because I'd like to see how my opponents would do. But, I mean, they have way better everything than me. My guess is that it wouldn't have ended super well, or at least it would have been pretty scary and messy if they had a full attack phase and they decided to really try to win it. That they may very well have been able to. So, no shade on Toda Kana. Good match, and... yeah, I think that's it, folks. So, my next match is against someone who at least used to be top 10 roster size. Still about 1 million more GP than my main account. My main account has fought the guy like 3 different times. Really, really good player, in fact, alongside a really strong roster. So, can we keep up the win streak? We've won 4 in a row. Can we win 5 and just get the win for the season? 5 and... blank, whatever, as long as we can get the 5th win in a row, we're golden for the rest of the season. Anyways, folks, let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails.